Good afternoon. I am Francis Kéré. I am a native of Burkina Faso. According to the World Bank, Burkina Faso is one of the poorest countries in the world. But, ladies and gentlemen, what is poor country? Today, in the age of high-speed internet, smartphone, and globalization, a country in which more than 80% of the population are still neither able to read nor write is a poor country. This country misses simply the fundament for development growth and the basement for social improvement. Ladies and gentlemen, a country like this will never succeed in the competition, in the global competition with other countries. Burkina Faso was a French colony. So these pictures is showing you the capital city, Ouagadougou. You know, at that time, the ruler, maybe the French, maybe the people home, wanted to create a new structure. So I think they wanted to create a sort of Paris. So they put this grid to create the great structure. I love Paris. I love the boulevard. And I think at that time, these people also. But look at what happened. Today, we still have this structure. Nothing has changed. So we keep replicating this structure, and I don't think that this is positive for this country. This structure is eating the land you need to grow food for the people. It's not good urban planning at all. But today, we still to be satisfied with this way of doing things. So let me tell to you that the Western world is that attractive to my people that we keep copying your way of living, your way of building. Here, there is no matter. The original Eiffel Tower is so somehow on the right, and then on the top, the one in Burkina Faso. We love your culture. My problem is the way that we just keep replicating the cheap copy of your way of doing things. That is a concern. And a country that keep those days don't give any inspiration to the people. So people cannot be, there is no innovation. So it is a poor country. But how is it to grow up in a place like this? Oh yes, I know it. I was born 45 years ago. Maybe more, maybe less. But who cares? But I was born in a village like this. There was no access to clean drinking water, no electricity, and no school. And my father wanted me to learn how to read and write. For this reason, I have to leave my village, my community, when I was 7, and to stay in a place far away from my community, and then to attend education in a school like this, sitting in a class like this with more than 150 other kids. Ladies and gentlemen, in this time, it happened to me very often to come to school just to realize that my classmate, the girl or the boy sitting next to me, was died. The same happened if I go back to my village. Today, nothing has really changed. And ladies and gentlemen, this is simply fact of life if you grow in a place like this. But I was lucky. Thanks to the fact that I went to school, I am here. So I hope I don't need to explain to you how great a privilege it is for me to be standing before you today. From Gando in Burkina Faso to Berlin in Germany to become an architect and to speak to you today is a big, big step. But, ladies and gentlemen, what to do with this privilege? So I wanted to change my village. I wanted to use skills that I have learned in Europe, connect them with something that is traditionally known in Africa, like community working, and then to create structures. I simply wanted to work with the people and to create infrastructure. So, in the middle, this young boy, it's me, explaining to the community that if we want to have a future, it is to build it up on what we have the most. So, for example, to build, it is clay. And together, with the entire community, we was able to build a school like this within 8 months. The walls are totally made out of clay from Gando, and a light roof, and then even a ceiling. The innovation in this project is the ventilation system. Burkina Faso has one of the most expensive electricity in the world. So to create a space like this, where you create passive ventilation, is the best solution for that country. So how we did it, ladies and gentlemen? So all together, the women, the young men, women, young girl, old men, brought stone to the building site. So with these stones, we could make a basement, which helps save money that we often don't have. But ladies and gentlemen, how to explain drawing, engineering, architecture to people who are neither able to read nor write? So most of the time, I am making a big model like this one, and I jump on the top, so to show to my people that it works. And then, so we go, and we start to build structure like you can see, with very primitive material, tools, so to create structure like this one. Really with the community, to create buildings like this, protected against the sun, against water. And I allowed me to explain you, just to tell to you that even animals, like this donkey here, loves our buildings, really, because it's cool. Kids are inspired by the buildings, and they learn. For this reason, you will discover that in my region, the kids are the cleverest from this school in the region. Water is a big problem. What we do, if I build a building, we just try to collect the rainwater through canals that you can see. We store this water, and then we can use this water later to grow plants. And the kids, the scholars, are part of it. It has become part of education. How to save water, how to deal with the water that we don't have. And so we can grow very easily trees. It's not architecture, but it's part of the structure. And you can see the kids climbing to mango trees that are grow themselves. So you open them another view, another way of living. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when I started my work, my people, I came to home and tell to my people, I'm going to build a school with you. I have money. So everybody was over the moon, really. They was happy. They're going to have a school. But then I explained to my people that I'm going to use clay. They was like shocked. My people build with clay for generation, but they don't see any innovation in clay. But through my work, I was able to convince my people to use this material, and they allowed me to use it to build a school. So to let you understand what it is, in my home, a school is something modern. It is something from France. For this reason, it has to be built by concrete and glass. But now, they allowed me even to do something like this using a clay floor. So why we use this? It helps save money. And you will be surprised to see young men standing and beating really like this. So, and the mother comes, and they're in this position, beating the soil, hours and hours and hours with the drummer, giving water, and then the polisher came. And they go to that position, polishing the soil until it's looked like this. So this way of working, this way of introducing traditional knowledge in a building help us save money, but it raises the pride of the people. It is their building. They own it. That is how I just start to work and keep doing. But how I design? If I design, I'm thinking about the climate. For example, this is too technical. But if you look at, you will see that we put a lot of pots. We fill it with water. The water is running down and out, creating a wet zone where plant can grow. The Sahara Ville, dusty, came through, be clean, go through the water and through evaporation, cool down and go through the classes. And this is one innovation in one design. Another one is to create spaces where young people can stay. It is very hard in Burkina Faso. So, and then another innovation in this project was to try to cast clay like you will pour concrete. So how we start is just to start with making tests to find out the best recipe, and then we go. We make a form, and then we start to work. And this is a little part of my team in Gando, being part of this working process. And people are happy to be part of this process. So we have problem with rain, but sometimes it rains in Burkina Faso. So when the rain is coming, what we do is simply to rush to protect the fragile walls against rain. And then we wait. The rain is coming very fast, creating flood in the city, even on the countryside. So we just wait the water to go, and then we go to the river, we take the building materials that we need to build what we do. This is where we got the material, simply, and we keep building. So how do we build? So we started like you can see. And there is nothing, no modernity, no big crane, nothing. And then if we start very fast, you can see that the buildings are growing, where we could integrate a lot of technology techniques, collect the water, store this water, use solar panels, we have the sun, and then you create building where people can be treated while their kids are playing outside in a space that is normally connected to fear. You will find kids playing because medicine, doctors create fear for kids. But we happen to create structure that attract everybody. So very fast, this work has become a success. People are inviting us to participate in a lot of projects, but I don't want to talk a lot about this. I just want to bring you back to the village. So how we integrate more traditional stuff. Here we wanted to build a library, but we often don't have that much alternative. One thing that we have in Gando are pots, clay pots. And we bring them, like you can see, to the building site. And we cut them. If the cuts are good, we go over to a sort of industrial production. We put the pot on the top of the building, and then we pour the concrete. And then we create a structure like that, letting the hot air goes out and the light come in. That is how we work. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm not an economist. I don't know what is positive economy. But you have to know that when I started my work, young people needed to leave the country to stay abroad to earn money and come back. But with this work, so they could stay home and work and get married and then have children. So I don't know how can I describe this work. It is maybe a drop of water in the desert, but many, many, many drops of water can create maybe a sea. So these pictures showing this guy using what he has the most to get his hand clean can be seen as my way of working. I am using what I can get to achieve my great result for my people. Thank you very much.